a good bit of road. Jesus, is it lit up?
I've often said that I wished people could realize all their dreams and wealth and fame, and so that they could see that it's not where you're going to find your sense of completion. I can tell you from experience, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. How will you serve the world? What do they need that your talent can provide? That's all you have to figure out.
Boom. What up?
Kia ora, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Short Stories with RJMC. As you can see, we're in quite a different location today. We're in Abitsu, just out of Sapporo, Hokkaido. Sitting next to me is Aaron.
Hello.
Aaron's going to tell you a little story about where he's from and a little bit about his background, and then we'll hit him with the questions.
Cool.
Kia ora, Aaron. Welcome
Hey.
to Short Stories.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. So, where do you hail from, mate?
New Zealand, Ashburton, which is a small town in South Island, just out of Methven, which I guess you know.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
So yeah, that's where I was born and bred.
Nice. How long did you live in Ashburton for?
18 years.
Oh, there you go.
From when I was
High
born.
High school.
Yeah, the works, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Then I moved to Christchurch.
The big city.
Yep. Good old Christchurch. So
How long were you in Christchurch for?
how many years? Wow. 10 years, not quite. 18 years, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good chunk of your
Yeah.
20s.
Yeah. Pretty much, so yeah.
And then so how in the earth did you end up in Hokkaido, mate?
Yeah, right. Well, just through work basically. I started working for one of my mates in New Zealand, running his car parts business.
Okay.
So I was coming back and forth to Japan 10, 12 times a year doing that. So.
Oh wow, in your 20s?
Yeah, no, in, how old was I then? Early 30s.
Okay.
Yeah, started that. So.
Okay. That's quite a lot of travel backwards and forwards. So
100 plus times.
wow. And that's for car parts?
Yeah, it was car parts that
Okay.
we were doing, yeah.
Because of course we have a lot of Japanese imports in New Zealand, so
Correct.
there's a good parts market, huh?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, it's a bit harder now, but
Yeah.
yeah, back then it was.
Okay. So then you started travelling here to help your mate out. What made you stay?
Oh, he actually just asked me to come and work for him, basically.
Okay.
So things had changed in New Zealand, and I was just looking for a change. So he ended up coming over here. So I'd been over a couple of times and visited him and stuff. So
Yeah. So you knew you liked it.
yeah, it seemed to be good. Yeah. So here we are.
Okay. Awesome. Well, let's take my snowboard questions and turn them into car questions, because you're passionate about your cars, as you got folks can see in the background, let alone what we're sitting in. Actually, let's start with that. Can you tell the good people what we are sitting in, Aaron?
1964 Lincoln Continental convertible, which
It's
I've
dope.
owned for almost 12 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
You shipped it out from New Zealand to here,
I
right?
bought it sight unseen in New Zealand. I bought it when I was here.
Nice.
Yeah, in 2008, I think it was.
Yeah, well, I'll never forget the day you picked me up from the train station down the road, and it's a special car, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very, very special car. Gee, these doors, even like suicide doors, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool, old girl.
Yeah. Now, it'd be fair to say you're passionate about cars.
Yeah.
How do you remember the moment when cars became everything for you?
Not really.
There wasn't one particular moment where you're like,
No,
okay,
not
this is
really.
me?
No, well, when
Okay.
I was young, I grew up in a nursery. My father was a nurseryman. From as young as I can remember, I was riding motorbikes and driving tractors and stuff. So machinery and driving and cars was, yeah, always there. So just always had a passion for it.
Cool. Were you doing, in those days, was any motorsport involved? I know you like to drift and whatnot.
Yeah, I did a little bit of circuit racing when I was younger.
Yeah.
But again, money,
Yeah.
racing doesn't, yeah.
If you think snowboarding's expensive, try racing motor vehicles.
Exactly. Of any description. So,
Okay. So you're not sure if there's one particular moment, you've just always had an interest in cars.
Yeah.
So was there anything you did though to make it more about cars? did you study anything? Did you move somewhere particularly?
No, actually, one moment now that I remember, I actually applied to Polytech to do a mechanics course.
Yeah.
And I didn't get in.
Oh.
Because, I don't know, they had some weird questions and
Yeah.
I didn't answer right, so I didn't actually get accepted. So
Okay.
that might have been a blessing in disguise then. So
Maybe,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
have a way of working
So-
out like that.
just self-taught and all the fix-its. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So did you just have you just work on your own car and learn as you go?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Because there wouldn't have been YouTube in those days.
No, and that, and mates.
Yeah, just the bros.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying stuff, it's like, and just talking about stuff. And
Yeah, well, you've helped me a lot with
Yeah.
my car. Not only selling me my dream car, but also fielding annoying amounts of messages going, "Oh, bro, is this going to fit on my car? I'm buying it off the web without knowing really."
yeah, not too much, right?
Yeah. So far, we haven't made a mistake yet. Cheers, Aaron.
Oh, good.
So, what do you think that your love of cars have taught you about yourself?
Oh, wow. Next question.
Okay.
No, well, I
know
don't
I know it's a heavy
no,
question, but
it's, yeah. Well, it's easy when you're passionate about stuff to, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't know how to describe it. It's easy. Makes getting up at 6 o'clock every day easy, easier
Yep.
when it's, something you look forward to going to do. And being in Japan, it's pretty cool too, right?
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
different, so.
I mean, look at just the wide variety of cars we have behind us. I mean, there's rally champions and limousine and drift legends, and
Yeah.
they love their cars here, and they have a plethora of them. Right, it's an awesome place to be.
I mean, that one right there, that RX3, that's probably the moment. One of my mates had an RX3 when we were young, and
Yep.
that car was their car.
Yeah.
And it's still, that's the car.
Yeah, they're
for
rare as
me.
hen's teeth,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time a friend of mine that worked at the supermarket, he had an RX-7.
Yeah.
And I remember getting in it, and
Yeah.
it's quite, I mean, it looks like other cars. I mean, RX-7s don't, but they are very different,
Yeah.
right?
That was late 80s.
Yeah.
We were doing that, so yeah, early 90s.
Cool. Well, your work ethic's famous amongst the crew. Aaron sells a lot of vehicles, well, all over the place, but a lot to our crew in Niseko. You see Ace Auto Japan stickers on a lot of cars, and a lot of my friends have brought cars off him, and your work ethic's pretty famous, mate. For
Oh, it's nothing you wouldn't expect anywhere, just provide good service, good products, and stand behind them, so yeah,
cool. Okay.
easy, right? That's the recipe.
Well, you'd think so. Like, you and I get it.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah, no, but
treat others like you'd like to be
yeah,
treated.
that's it, Small community, we're a foreigner community here. You can't pull the wool over people's eyes, right? No point.
No, there's not. And also, it's a great place to live in Japan, but it does have its difficulties, and especially, like, you can't just rock off the plane and buy a car here. You buy a car here, you don't get it for a month. True story. You got to do paperwork and hoop jumping, and a policeman has to come and measure your car park. But we'll get onto that another day. It's not that, it's not that exciting.
Not fun at all.
But it's cool to have learn how to traverse those areas. There's a snowboard term.
Yeah, traverse.
Okay, so lots of travel. So you've travelled more than I have, and I consider myself a bit of a traveller. One of the questions I like to ask is, what did travelling reveal about yourself? You're on your own. Maybe you're going to Japan for the first time, and you got to just suss it out. Were you good at that, or did you suck at that?
No, bit of both.
Yeah.
I wasn't going blind. I had a mate here. I was a little bit, it was just all new and interesting, right? And as you get older, I've travelled around like by myself with the family as well.
Yep.
But I was lucky when I was younger. My parents took us to a few different places around the world, so
Okay.
we had an insight to what was out there. So
You knew
which
what
is
you were
good.
in for coming
Yeah,
here
that's
too,
it.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
No, I kind of did, but you think it's all concrete jungle, but yeah, it's a bit surprising, right? The first time I come to Hokkaido, it was in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, what have I done?
Yeah. They got us some spare snow here.
Oh man, it was just like, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Will you snowboard? Just you, because I know you like to snowboard a little bit. I mean, you're pretty busy with your business and your family, but were you snowboarding at that point?
Younger, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually started skiing when I was like 10 or 12.
Oh well, there you
For
go.
10 years maybe. And then I just tried snowboarding once, and I didn't ski again until I met my wife.
Okay.
So yeah, I probably snowboarded 15 plus years.
Mean.
Yeah.
Mean. And so you met your wife here?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So,
And now you've got two, a boy and a girl.
yes. Yeah. Two
Oh,
kids. So
Happy days.
Emma's 6 and Noah's 2.
Hey.
So yeah.
Bilingual, speaking Japanese.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. The wee boy's car mad already. So
Of course he is. How could he not?
Emma was for a while, but she sort of phased out of that a little bit. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's all good.
Well, she's that much older, right? So now
Yeah,
she's starting to
yeah.
suss things out for
Correct,
herself.
yeah.
Whereas little buddy's just like, I want to be
Yeah,
like Dad.
Yeah. For now, yeah.
Yeah, for now. Who knows? It may stick.
That's it.
I got my love of rally cars from my father. You know, the
Right.
reason I'm obsessed with that car there, and particularly that car there, it's all my father's fault. Thank you, Noel. Traveling, I liked because there's traveling tips. What are your 3 traveling tips for people? What do you not leave home without?
Make sure you got your wallet, your passport, and your phone. Done.
That's it. Sweet as.
Everything else is just whatever happens, right?
Yep, cool.
I've done some pretty spontaneous trips, like in the past, I guess, with one of my good friends, Chris. He's in New Zealand, Christchurch.
Yep.
He was pretty lucky to do a lot of travelling, and I've mixed, met him in America one time, and we did a road trip all around a couple of times in America. Went to Germany together.
Nice.
It's like, yeah, catch up.
Chasing cars or just
No,
checking your
well,
places
he
out?
was going there for his work, so.
Okay.
And I was like, come along and, yeah, check out the cars. And like Germany was always good for the autobahns and fast as you can go. So,
Yeah, for sure.
and we got there, and we'd always talked about let's go to Monaco, because
Yep.
and we only literally had one day, so we drove from where were we?
Germany.
Yeah, in the middle of
big drive.
Germany, Munich, all the way
It's a
to
big
Monaco.
drive.
Yeah, it's like 1,500 k's or something.
Yeah.
Got up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and got there in the afternoon and stayed the night and met Brendan Hartley, the Formula 1 Kiwi driver.
Nice.
And then the next afternoon drove all the way back.
Hey. Still, it's good though, right?
Oh, it was awesome.
Monaco's. I've been
Yeah.
there. It's worth a look.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
that's what inspired us to do it. So.
And of course, that world famous Grand Prix track.
Yeah,
It's pretty
yeah,
cool to walk
yeah.
around,
We did
stand
that
next
too.
to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Walk under the tunnel, under the casino.
Crazy boats and cars and in the casino, saw La Ferrari. And, crazy.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
Ridiculous. It's definitely lifestyles of the rich and famous. That place.
That's it.
Okay. So, why does, say for example, the RX3 mean so much to you? Other than you mentioned that your mate had one.
Yeah, I know. I've always been Rotary.
Okay.
Love the Rotaries, eh?
What is it about the Rotaries?
Oh, I don't know.
Just
They're just yeah.
Talky?
No.
No.
Far from talky.
Are they? As you can see, I don't know much about Rotaries.
No, but I don't know. It's just that noise and the sound, and
Yeah.
that's what we grew up in. Had an RX-7. I had an RX-3.
They still got a bit of grunt though.
Yeah.
They're not slow cars.
No, that's it. That one's not very grunty because it's dead standard, but
Yeah.
yeah.
13B.
No, it's
12A.
only 12A. Yeah.
Okay.
So got a 13B ready to go in it. Just haven't had a chance to do it. So, but yeah, like that one there, a lot of people putting those engines into the RX-3.
The
500,
RX, yeah.
600, 700 plus horsepower.
Because I don't know if you could see, the first thing I noticed when I got here today, ladies and gentlemen, is that it's tiny. I thought the Imprezas aren't big cars, but Aaron was giving it a clean and just standing next to it. It's a little car, right?
It's only 960 kgs, I think. Yeah.
Mean.
So
Classic.
cool cars.
Yeah, I like it. I like the way it looks. Because that's 70s?
Oh, that's a 75. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the very last one.
Oh God, it's the same age as me. Wow. And it hasn't dated.
No.
Like some cars, really. I mean, so there's this limo behind us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool car, but it looks dated, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
the
guess-
chrome and the...
Yeah,
It looks like it's aged, whereas this thing, it has hints of it, but you know, I feel like it doesn't show its age as well.
Yeah, I understand what you
know
mean.
what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And the RX-7 just, I mean, it could be from any year.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Okay. So now that you've got your business up and running and your family, you're dealing with people all around the world, right? Like you send parts.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Most of it's Hokkaido.
No, we're doing nationwide sales.
Okay,
Japanese wide. So.
Okay. Is
But-
it?
Sorry, go for
I was
it.
gonna say, is it easy enough to get cars around Japan? Like,
Well, you can, yeah. So the thing now is demand's gone up, price has gone up, so the market's always changing
yeah,
because of the worldwide demand, basically.
yeah. Now import laws are changing, right?
Yeah,
In
that's
America
it.
and things
Yeah,
like that, and,
yeah.
they're super keen on them.
Yeah, that's it. Like 25 years and older now, they can legally import right-hand drive. So
There you go.
yeah, and of course now people afford buying stuff, so even stuff that's not 25 years old, buying and storing.
Yeah, there you go. So look, when I first came here 6 seasons ago, I've always wanted to own. This is one of 555 cars in the world, but that's the car I wanted to own, and they were half the price or a third of the price they are now, in just 6 seasons.
We all knew that was going to happen, but
I didn't. I wish someone.
but it's the same
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Coulda,
Hindsight's
woulda.
a good thing.
Yeah,
but
coulda, woulda,
if
shoulda.
we had a big building and lots of money, it would be full, you know. And some people were that lucky.
Yeah.
So we used to cut RX-7s up. We used to cut STIs up.
Yeah. Because he just the front cut right, just didn't. Yeah. For parts. Oh well.
Australia, Europe.
What's your favourite behind us? Do you have one favourite?
No.
If you could only keep one,
Oh, yeah.
Aaron.
Nah, it's not a possibility. It's
But
gotta
you
be-
could only have one.
Nah. I'll just stack them on top. No, it's got to be at least 3.
At least 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the 3 then?
Well, this Continental,
Yep.
RX-3,
Yep.
and the 7.
The 7.
For now, yeah. Although it's only new to the batch, but yeah.
It's got some business going on under the hood. Anyone that knows about Daz will know all about that car. It's pretty sexy. We're going to go for a ride in it later. Woohoo. I'm looking forward to that. I like this question. What's the single best piece of advice someone's given you that worked for you, and perhaps you've even adapted it yourself and share it with people? Someone went, Aaron, da-di-da-di-da, and you were like, ooh, damn, that's some good advice.
No, I
Have
guess.
you got a little...
I guess just be confident in what you're doing and your decisions you make.
Yep.
You know, before one of my mates said, you know, don't doubt yourself, you know. That's how I've got to where it is, just by, you know.
Backing yourself.
Yeah, and you've got to.
That's
Some
good
stuff-
advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You know.
Cool. There you go. Back yourselves.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's a conscious decision, like buying a car, you know.
Yeah.
Why do I need to buy that car?
Yeah. I knew as soon as when you
Yeah,
posted
that's
that
it,
one,
yeah.
like it wasn't the STI, but I knew. I was just like, are you kidding me? That's it. Messaged you immediately.
Yeah.
And now it's mine.
Done. And it's been to the track.
And yes, it
As
has
you've
been.
seen.
It's been to the track. It's a great little car. I could talk about it all day. Just ask anybody that tries to get away from me once I start talking about them. Oh, I like this one too. What's the most like epic thing? Is there one epic moment that you got, like after it happened, you were like, wow, that was epic, and I can't believe that happened? Have you had a moment like that?
Not that I can recall,
One
really.
particularly epic? I mean, you know, Will J said it was having his kid.
Yeah, well, that's what I
I
was
know
just going to say. Yeah, having 2 kids, you know, it's pretty epic. But I guess too, it happens every day.
Well, that's cool. That
You
happens
know,
every
it
day.
kind of does. You know,
Yeah.
there's things you take away from experience. Well, as you get older, I guess it just sort of blurs a bit more than when you're younger. There's specific things, but
Well, when you're younger, a lot of times it's new experiences.
Yeah,
right?
that's
like
it.
you'd seen new places, going to new things, you're learning.
I
new
guess
stuff
for me it's a mixture of things. You know, being lucky enough to travel a lot and meeting, like coming to Japan, working here. In the last job, you know, I was dealing with people all around the world, you know, and you get to mix with it's just a massive variety of people compared to, like, you know, just being in New Zealand, and you know, you're meeting people from all walks of life.
That's great.
All different stories. You
That's
know?
rich, right?
Yeah,
Enriches your life.
That's crazy, you know. And you know as yourself, you meet a lot of cool people here.
Yep.
You know that you wouldn't have met if you didn't come.
Yep.
Or if you weren't here working, playing, whatever. So
Yeah, like say, so the snow brings us together.
yeah.
And that's the common denominator. But then you never know. I don't know if I've said this before in short stories, but I used to go to the MBC, the microbrewery in Chamonix, and I realised really quickly that you got to give everyone like a 15-minute amnesty when you meet them, because you just never know who you're talking to.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like,
that right.
I remember we chatted to this nice bloke, and he left, and afterwards my mate goes, "Oh, you know who that was?" I was like, "Nah." He goes, "Oh, he's the world champion ice climber.
Right.
He's here climbing ice waterfalls."
Right.
You know, and you're like, he never said anything.
No, but as you don't.
You know,
yeah.
and we didn't brush him off, or
Yeah.
you can't. You got to give everyone a little bit of time, because you just don't know.
No, that's that right.
You know,
And like, you know, travelling also, you get that. You know, you're meeting people on the plane, at the airport. You know.
Yep.
There's, you know, we're pretty friendly people, isn't it? You chat, how you going? You know, and that.
Yeah, it does help to be
Yeah.
Kiwi.
That's it. You know.
We're pretty disarming.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, for
found
sure, for sure.
people are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're from New Zealand," and they kind of you can
Yeah.
just see them
Yeah.
let their guard down.
Yeah.
You know, which is pretty a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um,
So that's been pretty cool.
cool. Let's talk about track, because there's a couple of drift cars. I probably cropped them out, but there's two drift cars on top of a container over there. I mean, there's a lot of cars back here. There's even a GT4 Celica, which was a world champion rally car, which is like 4 cars back that I might put on my credit card one day.
Later. A couple more beers, bro.
We're just having a sippy. We're not on the beers. This is just a sippy while we chat. Motorsport. You do it a little bit.
Yeah, a
Obviously
little
quite
bit.
busy.
Not, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But we're lucky here in Japan. It's easily accessible.
Yeah,
You don't have to have the best of the best gear.
It's
You
funny.
know?
They're so strict about some things, but they're pretty cool about that. Would you say that's a fair comment?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Like drifting, you can take the wife and kids in the back.
Really?
Yeah. No helmets, no nothing.
I remember that first day I went to my track day. I mean, it was here's a 10-minute video, and then off you go, mate.
Yeah, go as fast as you want. Yeah, that's what I loved about it when I first started, because there was not many other foreigners doing it where I was doing it,
Yeah.
and it was they were accepting and easy. Just rock up with your car, your shorts, t-shirt, and away you go.
Yeah. Awesome. Just had to have a helmet right, and
No,
I mean,
didn't even need a helmet.
Oh,
You
really?
don't need a helmet. But we do. I've got roll cage and harnesses and that. But
they're not totally loosey goosey, but they
No,
let
yeah,
you
for the
have a
track
nudge.
we're at, it's
Yeah.
pretty slow speed. So compared to Takachi, a bit less forgiving, and you fly off the front straight at 200.
Yeah. I heard, actually, that's what Adam told me one time, the brakes were gone when we were talking about this, the first corner. It was the only, Aaron said, I just didn't want to hurt my car. And Aaron's like, if anything's going to go wrong, it's on the first corner after the straight. So I treated that corner with the utmost respect.
Oh, you have to.
I was telling your mate, and he told me why you told me that. He said one day your brakes are a bit hot, and see you
Went
later.
straight off.
What was that like with the moment when you went to put your foot on the brake and it just wasn't there?
It's like I knew.
Yeah.
So I just had to throw it in, pull on the handbrake, and cross the fingers.
Yeah. And it was all good, except for a bit of dust, right?
Stopped about 3 metres away from the wall.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, that was a bit of an eye opener too. So.
But a lesson.
Yeah, but I just thought that the car, because it had good brakes in it, that the fluid and all that had been done, but it hadn't. So
Yeah. And they do the cars get hot surprisingly quick. So, like, that you can feel that. I felt the tyres change.
yeah.
Just,
They
you
go
know,
off.
like,
Yeah, that's it.
they go off, and the brake pedal just gets spongy.
Yeah.
And I'm a total newbie.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
No, it's good.
So let's say there's someone that's watching that wouldn't mind having a little nudge at motorsport. What's a good way to get started?
Well, here it's easy. Just come along and go for a ride with someone.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. I bowled along to the track and hit up a Japanese guy. Can you take me for a ride? And they're more than happy. So
Yep.
it was easy.
I must admit, I enjoyed that, being in the pit and seeing like guys. They had cars, Honda Civics on trailers that only go on the track, and there was a few people that daily drivers like me. There was a few of those, and then there was a few racetrack only cars, and it was just cool.
Big mix.
People are like it's just exactly like being around a bunch of people that like snowboarding, right? Or music. A lot of people. Oh, we all like Shapeshifter, or oh yeah, we all like snowboarding, or we all like racing cars. It's that same family, community, and an encouraging atmosphere.
Yeah, that's it, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. What do you think is the most unexpected place you went to? Like, you've travelled so much. Is there a place you went to that you were like, oh wow, wasn't expecting that, or what's been the most? I went to Canada,
right?
First time overseas, just to give you an idea of where I'm going. And it was a lot like New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
Just
right.
bigger.
Yeah.
But they spoke the same language and whatnot. But then when I went to Vienna, for example, or Paris, there was quite a few. Oh wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Or have you had a?
I guess the one was when I went to Mongolia.
Oh, there you go.
And got off the plane and it was minus 38 degrees.
Oh, yep, that's cold.
And that was like, and the guys that picked us up in like a 1950s Soviet, some sort of ex-military truck, van, bus. Didn't have a heater.
Oh, didn't have a heater, but still operated in negative 38.
No. That was a bit of that was a whoa.
Yeah.
Where are we going? Yeah.
Were you dressing for the occasion that
day?
day?
Yes. Well, I knew it was going to be cold, but it's still, it's hard to until you've actually felt it. Within
anything below negative 20.
15 minutes, that just bone chill gets in.
And when I was in Canada, there's cold, and then once I found past negative 20, then it's a whole other kind of cold.
This was,
and 38's nearly double that.
Crazy, and it's just a dry cold, so not a lot of snow, but it's just like wow.
Yeah, feel it in your bones.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. And
Mongolia.
Of course,
What'd you eat in Mongolia? I hear they eat all sorts of.
We didn't eat. Just the run of the mill stuff.
Yeah.
They're all about drinking vodka more than anything.
Negative 38, I can see. Central heating.
It works.
I get it. I totally get it.
Definitely works, yeah.
Well, can I ask why you were in Mongolia? Why does one go to Mongolia?
Car parts, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so trying to get new business.
Okay. You got some ex-military car parts to you from...
No.
Yeah.
It was hard work.
How do you fix one of those things?
No, that was just a customer. That's the car they had. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic.
Crazy, right?
What's been your favourite? Because you hunt cars for people too, right? People go, "Hey, I want one of these." Yeah. What's some of your favourites that you've hunted out over the years?
Oh man.
I know there's probably. I know you do this every day.
Oh yeah, but I don't know.
Last one day I came here, you had a nice red Porsche. Was it a 911 or in that was that red Porsche $250,000 worth?
What one?
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
An old one?
Carrera.
Yeah, right. Maybe it was one of mine.
Yeah, that was cool.
He's a car collector, so
yeah.
He's got quite a few that we just look after for him.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's sourced most of them himself.
Okay.
We've just managed them and registrations and stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Ferrari, a couple of Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
It's amazing what goes through the auctions
Yeah,
here.
it is. Yeah, every day,
Yeah. So you started Ace Auto Japan yourself?
Yes, yeah. Well, the last company I worked for that I managed, they were changing a little bit, so they decided time to stop, and they handed over me some customers, and I just started by myself basically, and one of my Japanese staff, and we just started with only like 4 or 5 cars, and just slowly built up from there over the last 5 years. 5 years this year. So.
Okay, great. Well, congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, so.
And your Japanese guy's still with you?
Yeah, Hiroshi's still here.
He's a legend.
Mike's a mechanic. He's from New Zealand as well.
He's a good bloke.
Yeah, it's good. Can do everything, so that helps. He looks after, all the car mechanicking.
Yep.
So my wife does the books and manages the money, and and I source cars basically.
Yep. And that's through the amazing auction houses that's all over YouTube. Everyone wants to go visit one of those, but
pretty much.
they look pretty intense. There's a lot of seats in there and a
Oh
lot of button
yeah,
pushing.
it's like anything. It's once you learn how to do it, but there's lots of interesting things that go on there. That's for sure. Like I know Tokyo every week there's 15,000 plus cars.
Wow.
Sapporo, anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000.
Okay.
So
it's a surprisingly big city, considering because Hokkaido is basically farmland, except for Sapporo, except for a couple of cities. There's a lot of space here, which unlike Tokyo.
No, that's the one thing we do love about it here, right? You know, it's a lot like home.
But there is surprisingly a lot of people in Sapporo and in this area. So I can see how there's a lot of cars moving around.
Couple of million more, is there?
Yeah. There's 5 million, I think, in the island.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure how many were in Sapporo.
I think a couple of million. I don't know for sure either. Though.
So we're technically in Sapporo now, right? Like
it's part of Sapporo.
It's just an outer suburb. What, like 15 minutes?
Yeah, 15, 20
the
minutes.
centre.
I think there's 150,000 people living in Vetsus.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's no small town.
No.
Okay, cool. And so your ethos with Ace Auto was just do right by people?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do you think sets you apart from? I mean, there's a lot of car yards, especially out in this area.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I handpick everything.
Yeah.
And just having a big variety.
Yep.
You know, we have. You know, we sell quite a lot of older vehicles. You know, like the President. We just sold an old Toyota Chaser today. You know.
Yeah.
It's just I try to have a big range of stock.
And you've learnt what works. You know.
Well,
what people
yeah,
like
to a point, but then sometimes and just take a gamble as well. You know, buy something that's a little bit different, oddball.
Yep.
Like today, the reason why the guy bought that old Toyota was because that's what his father had when he was young.
No way.
And
because it seemed like an old man's car.
Yeah, and it is.
It's cool. It's cool,
Yeah.
but I was like, really, dude?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And that's why.
Yeah,
It's because that's what his father had
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
25, 30 years ago.
I can dig that.
Yeah,
and it
so-
still looks like it's in mint condition.
It is, so yeah.
Doesn't look
Quite a
25
bit
years old.
of stories like that, you know.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. So JDM cars, Japanese domestic market. JDM cars are going. Some of them are going crazy. Like originally, it was the GTR. You know, that the prices of those just went. Right.
It's still going.
Yeah. Okay. I think one sold at auction here. A particularly nice model for normal dollars, around $350,000.
Yeah,
Wasn't
more.
it? More.
More.
Than the Nuremberg one, right?
Yeah, there's been a few, over 30 million yen, so
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. So that's over $300,000.
400,000 New Zealand over. Yeah.
Right.
Plus, it's $500,000 in New Zealand,
Yeah. Wow. What's you've got any picks on what you think? I mean it's a bit of a guess, but there must be some other models you think are going to do the
yeah.
same
Yeah,
thing.
well, they're already doing it.
Yeah.
It's already in process, you know.
Yeah.
Everything, you know, the STIs, some of them can go to Australia, they're still popular,
Yeah.
you know. And I think this COVID has had an effect on it as well.
In what way?
Well, everyone can't travel,
Yeah.
so they've got more money and they want to, you know.
I can go to the supermarket
Yeah.
though.
But you can buy
So-
another car. you
Yeah,
know?
so I can go and
relive
power
your
it.
youth, you know.
Yeah.
A bit of that, a lot of that, I think, you know, from what I see. Japan maybe not so much, but a lot of places around the world are.
Yeah, they like new cars. They don't like old stuff here. They don't like second-hand old stuff. It's just a thing.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah.
It's a big, just such diverse range, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I am general. I get that I'm generalising.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But I still notice they don't really like used stuff so much, right?
No, a lot of them don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's easy. You go get a loan. It's 0%,
There you go.
or low percentage anyway. So.
Okay. It's just the way their banking
Yeah,
system works.
yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Get that dream car you've always wanted.
Yep, you can.
I know a fella that got himself a WRX he always wanted since he was a little tacker.
All right.
Happy days. Okay, mate. Well, hey, it's been really, a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for helping me achieve one of my dreams. That's super
Cheers
awesome.
for that. No problem.
And thanks for telling us your story. It's really cool, and I know we're going to hang out more in the future. And I wish you, your family, and Ace Auto all the best, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks very much for having me.
Yeah.
and let's go burn some rubber.
I mean, we're going to go
tomorrow.
At the speed limit.
In the car park.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That's the end of our chat here with Aaron at Ace Auto Japan. I'm flying back to New Zealand soon. Woohoo! Actually, I'm going to edit this in quarantine, so I'll already be there when we put this together, and hopefully I can catch up with some of my crew back in New Zealand. Maybe we'll even do P-Digs Part 2. Yeah, but I'm also going to make a little video about this car right here, because it's worth the story. Anyway, talk to you soon. Nothing but love. Peace.
Cheers.